Hey guys, in this video we're going to feature the SHS-3321 Samsung digital door lock. This video is going to focus mainly on how to troubleshoot some of the common problems that people get while installing this door lock. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a returned 3321 from Amazon, claimed to be defective, and see if we can troubleshoot the problem. Alright, I'm back. And this is a 3321, and I'm going to open it up, see what the problem is, and see if I can fix it. Okay, as you can tell, it's a used box. Straight from Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon, back to us. So let's see what we can do with this. Okay. Got our front panel, still in good condition. Looks like the wire harness was pulled a little too hard. Okay. So we have our tailpiece, and we have our 3 screws. Looks like our magnet is missing. So the magnet is very crucial, because that's what determines which way the deadbolt will be retracting. So give me a moment and I'm going to get that magnet. Got myself a magnet and an extra sensor just in case that one was mistreated by the customers. So let's go ahead and get this assembled. I like my door handle, all my doors close this way, so I want my deadbolt to go out that way. That's okay. This person had a very wide door, I believe. Whoa, okay. So obviously the customer used a power tool, and let me focus, completely stripped the screw. Okay. So we're not going to use those. These two are pretty good. Well, first of all, guys, very simple install. As you see, I'm screwing it by hand. It's not too hard. You don't need a power tool to screw on these screws. I mean, it does save time, but do you want to save 5 minutes of using the screwdriver, or do you want to destroy a $180 or so product? I'd rather spend 5 minutes trying to screw this thing on, but it's up to you to decide. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead, and for the sake of installing, we're going to get this thing up and running. Alright, so this customer had his deadbolt retracting from this way. So when you open the door, the deadbolt goes this way from the inside. For me, when I open the door from my house, I open the door with my left hand and the door opens that way. So the deadbolt will be going this way, and the sensor also will be going on the side of the deadbolt. I know it says left trigger and right trigger. Don't mind that, but just make sure the sensor is on the deadbolt side. Like if it's on the left side, put it on the same side corresponding to the deadbolt. So I'm going to plug it in. Okay, tightly snug in there. Oh, one more thing about troubleshooting. If the deadbolt is retracted, you need to install it in the retracted form, okay? So that's a big problem that is mentioned in the Amazon reviews. So keep that in mind. And then we put the batteries on. Oh, don't forget to see the customer's screws. Messed up my way of doing things because it's so destroyed. Make sure you get the wires in. Make sure you get the wires in before you put the screws, or else you're just gonna have trouble with me. So we'll go ahead and put the wires in, connect it. Pins are okay. Like that. Forget the rubber for the sake of testing. Forget the screws. We're going to turn this on. Let's see what the problem was. Okay. As you can see, the lights are very dim. It's bright when it starts and it dims out. That's a sign that the battery is dying. So we're going to change the batteries, and I'll be right back. Okay, back with some new batteries. Okay, so this door lock is not factory reset, so we're gonna go ahead and factory reset it. Make sure the door is unlocked when you factory reset, or else it's gonna give you a okay. Since the trigger was on this side, okay, so this is one of the common problems that you have when you are installing. You accidentally beep the sensor on this side, so now this door lock thinks that it's locked when it's unlocked. So you touch the pad and you put in your code and then it locks. That's not supposed to happen. So this is one of the main problems that happen. You have to lock your deadbolt, and then the door lock thinks that it's unlocked now, and now you're able to press the registration button. So we're gonna go ahead and hold for that first beep. Shoot. First beep. Second beep. Third beep. 1, 2. Alright. Now you factory reset. Because you factory reset, the sensor's gonna make weird noises if you touch the. It's gonna tell you can't use this door lock yet because it's not initialized. So this is one of the main problems that I see on Amazon. Touch panel does not light up and cannot do anything. This thing is a piece of garbage, useless, blah blah blah. So this is exactly what's going on. You can't press this, you can't press the registration button, or you can press the registration button, but you can't press the lock or anything. You register a new password, 1 2 3 4 5, but you try to put it in and it's not doing anything. So I'm gonna change back to okay, so back to 1 2 3 4 star, and this is the problem that you have. And you have to tell the door lock that you're going to be locking this way from now on. So we're gonna touch the magnet, initialize it, and now it knows that it's locking that way, and it stays locked. Now if I put the password in, it will unlock. So that's one troubleshooting that's completely kicked out. And the other troubleshooting is one of these. oh, I installed my door lock, but it keeps making this weird noise, and then it feels like the gears are retracting and blah blah blah, and it's not working. One of the main problems of this is that your door turn knob is retracted while, I'll just show you, it can't lock because it's already in the locked position while your doorknob was turn knob was turned unlocked. So lock it, put it back on, and make sure it retracts. And people say it goes halfway once in a while. That's because, check this out. I'm putting a little bit pressure on the door locks, both the interior and the exterior panel, and it just jammed. I'm just putting a little bit of pressure. I'll unlock, put pressure, give you that three beeps, and then unlocks. So as you can tell, putting a bit of pressure is causing the problem, and the main reason is your tailpiece. Because the two door locks are connected with that tailpiece, if you're straining it really tight, you're giving the deadbolt so much to work with. And the weak mortar, the mortar's not weak, it's just you're giving the deadbolt a very hard time to come out. Like, you saw it try, but then it couldn't because it was too tight. To fix that problem, you have to loosen these, and then connect it. Or if you want that tight, security on that door, you need to cut that tailpiece. Whether you use one of those metal cutters to trim it or whatnot, we give you 2 tailpieces with the product so that you can play around with it. Once that's short enough, you can tighten as much as you want and you won't be getting problems. So once again, the problems where the deadbolt comes out and comes in and comes out and comes in is due to the product being too tight. Okay, and what else is there? Alright guys, we'll start off with feedback number 1 from Mitchell. I love Samsung. The lock is okay and easy to install. The day after installing, we left the house. I was having to input the code to lock the door behind me, which I thought was odd. After we returned home, I approached the door and touched the display to enter the entry code, and the door just unlocked. I took the lock off, played with it for 2 hours, and it required me to enter the code and lock it, and I just touched the screen once and it unlocks. I finally had enough and figured something was wrong or installed backwards with the CPU. I'm returning this lock and going to Lowe's or Home Depot for a lock. Just to let you know, we're not advertising Home Depot or Lowe's, but this is a common problem that happens to the 3321, and it's directly related to the magnetic sensor. Here we go. So let's disconnect the batteries. So this left trigger and right trigger will determine which way the deadbolt comes out. So if you're connected to the right trigger, your deadbolt is coming out to the right. The deadbolt has to be facing the magnetic sensor always. So if your door closes like this, then the magnetic sensor should be on this side. And if the deadbolt is on the other side, then your trigger has to be on the other side also. Okay, so now that that's settled, I'm going to show you exactly how this problem occurs. Okay, so first of all, we're going to factory reset after we unlock. Okay, factory reset. Perfect. Now we're going to remove the trigger, connect it to the other side, and let's... Okay. And our magnet is going to register the sensor. Okay, now that it's registered, because you think that the left is left and the right is right, there's a lot of confusion with that. Now, while it's unlocked, you put in the password and then the door locks. Strange. When you touch the keypad, it unlocks. So what this is doing right now is when you touch the keypad, the deadbolt acts like it's going this way and the trigger is on that way. So when it's going this way, it's locked. So now that you touch, it's prompting you for a passcode when the deadbolt itself is unlocked. So the quick fix, I don't know if that was clear enough, so I'm just gonna put in the password again. So in essence, you're putting in the password to lock your door, but to anyone else who comes to your door lock and touches it, your door lock unlocks. And that defeats the purpose of a secure door lock. So I'm gonna show you how to troubleshoot this. Let's do. Okay, and that's the second problem. People read the manual at this point and they're like, why is it making this weird noise and I can't get into the menu? This is because the door lock is in locked position, but to our eyes it looks like the deadbolt is unlocked. So that's a big confusion. So what you're gonna do is press this, lock the deadbolt, but in essence the door lock, the door lock thinks that it's unlocked right now. So now you'll be able to press this registration button and you're able to get into the settings. So I let go of the registration, so I have to do this again. Hold it until the third beep. So the first one was when I pressed it, this is the second beep, and then third beep. Let go of the registration. Star. Perfect. Alright, and at this point, get this deadbolt retracted again and take off your interior panel, and let's remove this trigger and put it on. The sound is coming from me touching the screen. It's not a defect or anything like that. It's factory reset right now, so you're not allowed to touch the screen until you touch the magnetic sensor. So now that the deadbolt is on the left side and the trigger is on the left side, check it out. Touch once, now you're not going to get the beeps anymore, and now it's locking when you touch the screen, and you are getting a prompt for the passcode to unlock. That is how you troubleshoot your, oh my goodness, my door lock is unlocking when I touch the screen, and having to put in the password to lock it, which, you know, defeats the purpose of a door lock. Alright, next feedback. From Eli, junk, period. Had this barely for a month, did not last, the alarm started to go off for no reason when opening from the inside. Also, the lock can't face the sun or it will get extremely hot within minutes and overheat and slow down. $180 to the trash. Okay, so we're going to focus mainly on alarm started to go off for no reason when opening from the inside. That is the same exact problem with what we just fixed. When the sensor is on the wrong side and you unlock, you're telling the door lock that it's locked, and then you open the door and you get a crazy alarm. So this is what we're gonna do. Since I already have a door lock installed, we're just gonna mess around with this guy. Okay, so this is working fine. Okay, it's working as it's supposed to. It opens. Now we're gonna get in here. Let me change this. we're gonna get in here and mess with the sensor. Here. Okay, now that all the screws are unscrewed, we can get into the door lock, and we're gonna mess around with this. So let's keep that tab on. Alright, so the trigger is where it's supposed to be, but then if I install it onto the other one, because for some reason it says left trigger, so people assume that, you know, the door opens from the left like this, and then they put it on the left trigger. However, it's not the left trigger, so I'm gonna go ahead, remove this. Plug it back in. It's extremely harder with gloves on. Alright, and for the sake of time, I am not going to screw in all these screws. Just gonna get one that can support this back cover. I'm gonna go through a factory reset so that I can impersonate a customer who purchased a new door lock. So let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna go. Alright, factory reset, and oh hey, I just installed my new door lock, and yeah, it's great. Oh shoot, wait. Okay, so as you can see, the door is unlocked, and we're gonna put in the code. I don't know how people can install it like this and go for months and not find out that the door